The 70-year-old man fell for a 20-year-old young woman. Whenever she took a shower, he would stay in his room, lost in thought. As soon as she finished bathing, he would rush to her door, asking her to help bathe him next. The girl had just been hired as his live-in caretaker. She was patient and gentle. When it was time for his medicine, she would support the frail old man by resting him on her lap. She held the pill to his lips, but he deliberately turned his head away. To make sure he swallowed it, she had to hold him tighter. Still, he wasn't satisfied. He insisted his laundry be washed under her feet. If the food wasn't seasoned to his liking, he'd spit it out in disgust. One day, he angrily knocked the dishes to the floor, and as she bent down to clean up the mess, a shard of porcelain cut her hand. Yet at that very moment, he demanded a back massage. The girl didn't dare refuse. She knelt behind him, pressing carefully on his aching back. Late at night, his late-stage lung cancer often woke him in agony. Seeing her dozing off beside the bed, he splashed a glass of cold water on her and ordered her to keep kneeling at his bedside, then fell back asleep. Despite the old man's harsh and unreasonable behavior, she never showed a trace of anger, because she knew that if she endured long enough, she'd inherit a fortune once he drew his last breath. The next day, he looked better than usual, and even brought her along to a banquet. Her youthful beauty caught everyone's attention. When they saw her gently helping him with his medicine, the crowd instantly understood their relationship. Urged on by the guests, the old man asked her to sing on stage. Her sweet, soft voice brought back memories. It was the very song his late wife had loved most. For a moment, he saw his wife's reflection in her, and his attitude toward the girl softened. On the way home, he opened up to her for the first time. He revealed that he once had a son about her age, but the boy had died in a car accident. Unable to ease the pain in his heart, he had hired the girl partly to fill the void and to ease the loneliness of his final years. Not long after, he collapsed in his room, racked with pain. He didn't call for her. Instead, he swallowed a handful of painkillers in silence. Just then she called through the door, inviting him for a walk. He forced himself to hide the agony. He didn't want her to see him so weak, afraid she'd be disgusted by a dying man. Sensing his end was near, he asked her to go out and pick up a photograph for him. While she was gone, he sat quietly with an old picture of himself and his late wife, murmuring apologies and begging her forgiveness for falling for the young caretaker. When the girl reached the photo shop, she discovered the picture he'd asked for was actually a framed funeral portrait, his own. Realizing what he intended to do, she ran back in a panic. But back at the house, the old man had already tied the noose.